Hello everyone, myself Mr. Shivappa M. Edgar, working as Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department at Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Now I welcome to the session on language processing activities. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, students will be able to describe different activities of language processor. Agenda. In this video, we are going to discuss about program generation activities, program execution activity like program translation and program interpretation. Now let us see about language processing activity. The fundamental language processing activity is divided into two parts, that are program generation activity and program execution activity. In the previous video, we have discussed about the specification gap, execution gap, PL domain, all those things. After that, designing part, how the user can execute the program, that is there in this one. That is that parts are there. It can specification gap and execution gap. Okay. Now the program generation activity. What is the aim of this program generation activity? It means generation of program, that is source is the application domain and target is the PL domain. It means whatever the input we are giving, that it can consider as a source program, and based on that only it can generate output, that is the target program is the PL domain. It bridges the specification gap. The program generation activities, it can bridges the specification gap. Program generation execution activity aims to execute the program written in programming language. Source program is the programming language domain and target is the execution domain. It bridges the execution gap. Okay, the execution gap, it can bridges the execution gap between the PL, okay, different programming languages. Okay. Here the program generation activity, what exactly we have to perform in the program generation activity. The program specification, it means based on the design part or based on the statement, we have to collect the requirement, then we have to give that as a input to the program generation. In the program generator, if the error is occurred, then they can remove the error, and then after that it can generate the program in target PL, that is program in the target language, that is programming language, it means as output. Okay. The program generator is a software system which accepts the specification of the program to be generated and generates the program in the target programming language, that is PL. The activity is done by the program generator domain. It means here in generally we have to give the specification, whatever the client requirement is there, based on that only we have to collect the specification. Based on that specification, we have to give as a input to the program generator. In the program generator, they can check the steps, and then whatever the design part is there, they can convert it into the coding part. Then at the end, we have to get the program as a target programming language output. Okay. Program generation activity. The program generation domain is close to the application domain. As we have already discussed about the application domain in the first video, it is easy for the designer or programmer to write the specification of the program to be generates. Okay, the designing part is very important, that based on that only, if you have given the design part clearly to the coder, then they can easily write the code and it can generate the target program. The program design generator is a software that enables an individually to create an program with less efforts and programming language. In a less, if we have given clear design concept, then they can generate the output in a short duration without wasting much time and all those things. Okay, the user may be required to specify the step or rules required for the program and not need to write and code or less code. Okay, they can, if they have mentioned or required whatever they want, then the steps, then if they have given the steps according to that only, they can easily generate the code without wasting the much time, and it can takes you can get the good result based on the steps. Okay. Here the program second activity, program execution activity. The program execution activity can also contains two main parts, that are program translation and program interpretation. Now let us see what is program translation. Okay, the program translation model bridges the execution gap by translating program written in programming language called source program. Whatever the language we have written in the programming language, that you can call it a source program, that is SP, into an equivalent program in the machine language called target language. Here what is the program translation? It means source program, whatever we have written, it means we have converted from designing part to the programming coding part, that we have to give as a source program to the translator. The role of translator is converting from source language to the machine language. While translating, if any error is occurred, the translator can remove the errors and then he can send it to the machine language program. After machine language, the machine can perform different tasks and then it can generate the output. That output is a target program, that we can call it a target program. Here we have in the above definition only SP and TP we have mentioned. SP is a source program, TP is a target program. That is SP, here we are giving source program as an input, a translator can convert it to the machine language, at the end we will get the target program as a output. This is a program translation. Now let us see the remaining part, and then characteristics. What are the different characteristics of program translation is there? Okay, translation. Okay, the program can be, or program must be translated before it can be executed. If you are executing, there is no, before executing we have to translate that program to the machine. Okay, translated program may be saved in file. Okay, the saved program may be executed repeatedly. How many times the user want, that many times it can executes. Okay, program must be retranslated following modification, by following the modification. If the user is expecting some modification in the program, based on that only it will be modifiable. Okay, it reads the source program and stores it in its memory. Whatever the source program is there, it can read that source program and stores it in memory. Okay, now in generally how it can translates. Okay, during translation or interpretation, it takes source statement and determines its meaning and performs action like computation and input output which implement it. Here the simple example is a write a program. Here the user is writing the program, we have to send it to the compiler. The compiler can compile and it can convert it into the machine language. After that it can runs, the running part will goes to the interpreter. The interpreter can give the proper result to the user. That is translation. Okay, in the interpretation, the CPU uses program counter PC to note the address of the next instruction to be executed. Okay, in this instruction the user subjected to the instruction execution cycle consisting of the following steps. What are the steps we have to follow? First, fetch the instruction, decode the instruction to determine the operations to be performed. Okay, execute the instruction. It means first we have to fetch the instruction and decode the instruction, and what performs operations we have to perform, that also we have to, at the end we have to execute the instruction, whatever the instruction is given by the user. Now interpretation, at the end of the cycle, the PC, that is program counter, is updated and the cycle is repeated for the next instruction. Okay, the PC can indicates which statement of the source program is to be interpreted next. Okay, this is the interpreter. The two diagrams are there. Program interpretation, PC is there. Here if the error is occurred, they can remove it and they can send it to the memory. It will be stored in the memory, that is source program plus data. And here is also in the program execution step, this is the interpretation. In the execution, first CPU register, it will be stored in the PC and then it will be stored in the memory also, that is machine language program and data. Okay, it will be stored in this one also. Okay, now the break time, just you can think about this question. Here it can contains two questions are there. First one is list some comparison of the dash is a software system which generates a program in target programming language. Okay, first option program generator, second one is a program specification, third one is a program execution, fourth one is a program interpretation. Second question is the CPU uses dash to note the address of the next instruction to be executed. First one is program counter and second one is a pretty printer, static checker, and none of the above. Now pause the video and think about these questions and answer. Now you can go to the answer. First one is a program generator and second one is also a program counter. Here the first option, the answer for the first question is program generator. Second one is also a program counter. Now advantage and disadvantages of interpreter. What is the main advantage of interpreter? Why we have to use that? Okay, the advantage of interpreter is that it executes line by line, which helps a user to find errors easily. It means if they are checking, if the program is too lengthy, 1000, 2000 or 4000 lines of programs are there, then that time if they are checking the program once at a time, it will takes a lot of time then to find the errors. But in the interpreter is it can checks the line by line, which helps a user to find errors easily in a shorter program. Or what is the main disadvantage of interpreter is the it takes more time to execute successfully than compiler. Okay, compiler can check the program as well as interpreter also. Compiler can check whole program at time, and interpreter it can check the line by line. While checking, it can takes a lot of time, as the compiler can takes lot of time, or as compared to the compiler, it can takes more time to check the errors line by line in the given statement. Okay, this is the main disadvantage of interpreter. Okay, this is a one advantage there, and one more, two more, second one is a disadvantage. Okay, these are the references I have used to prepare the above PPT. Thank you.